What's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright, you guys, before we get to the video, I wanted to say real fast a couple of things. First, a thank you to Dr. Jackson, who is the teacher over the DECA program, the marketing classes, and the fashion classes over at Stevenson High School in Stone Mountain, Georgia. She invited me out to speak to her class yesterday, and I was super duper nervous, but I was very flattered that she even asked me to come. You know, she wanted me to talk to the students about starting a business, starting their their YouTube journey. In particular, I was just I was so flattered. She got up there and she told them that I was a fashionista, and I was just like, oh, look at me. I was really nervous, but the kids were all really sweet, and after a while I felt like I was relaxing, even though I was sweating to death and my voice would not stop shaking. It was a really good time, and then afterwards they presented me with an award. I should have brought it in the car. It just said that I was the woman of the year, and it had my name on it, and it was all very just touching, the whole thing. We took pictures and the kids asked questions, and so yeah, it was a good time. I was there for about an hour and took it on back to work to that damn budget. Thanks to everybody who's given me, just like, you guys treat me so well, and you guys always make me feel like you know, I'm doing the right thing out here, and you know, everybody congratulating me. So all the kind words and the, you know, the well wishes and the, you know, you can do it, atta girl type of things that you guys said, I thank you all for that. Also, let me just say real fast, shout out to one of the rock stars out there, Royce Morgan. Many of you guys probably follow him on Instagram. He is the one that posts everything that you were thinking to say but don't say it. If you go on his Instagram page, whatever you're looking for, it will be there. But he's been a rock star for a long time, and I told him I would give him a birthday shout out, and also, you know, to give him a little plug that when you Google gorgeous black men, his picture comes up. I was just like, ain't this some shit? Anyway, happy birthday to you, Royce, out there. It was a whole bunch of birthdays, actually. Tara, Miss PTV, and Tamika, you know, a thin girl in a, what is it, VSG body, a VGS body or something. And, I mean, it was Royce's birthday, and yeah, it was a whole bunch. I was like, all these, you know, holiday celebration babies. So happy birthday to all of you guys out there. I got to get started with this video though, because I'm actually home right now. I have to take Jada to the orthodontist before work. Take her there, drop her off back at school, and then take my ass on to work. So I'm doing this all before we get started with our day. So let me get to the video. First up story, we have to talk about the Las Vegas shooting at the Mandalay Bay. They say that a Stephen Paddock checked himself into the Mandalay Bay on Thursday afternoon and had plans of staying there. I'm assuming there was a Route 91 Harvest Festival that was going to be taking place that weekend, so they were getting a lot of people that were checking into the hotel, and Stephen Paddock was one of them. They say that he got a room on the 32nd floor, and then on Sunday night, when there was a country music act on the stage at the time, he busted out the windows on the 32nd floor and began to unload thousands and thousands of rounds to an unsuspecting crowd across the street in the parking lot, who were really just sitting there like sitting ducks. And he picked them off one by one, just sprayed ammunition, they say, for somewhere around 11 minutes. In the confusion, people were jumping up, people were running. They said there was a stampede and people getting run over, and everybody just trying to get to safety. Even with all that going on, 11 minutes is a long time for thousands of rounds to be shot. He had an automatic rifle, and he was just picking them off, like I said. After it was all said and done, he had killed 59 people. They say over 200 people were injured, and thousands of folks were terrified. Now, it lasted 11 minutes because they say that once the police were able to figure out exactly what room he was in, where he was, they were able to bust into the room, and when they did get in there, he had killed himself. And they say that they figured out that room because the smoke alarm had gone off from the smoke coming from the, you know, the bullets that were being shot from the gun. There was smoke that was coming up, and it triggered the smoke alarms, and supposedly that is how they found out where Stephen Paddock was. The police are saying that he acted alone, that he was the only gunman. Victims at the concert say that they believe that there may have been more shooters. Some are saying that they were hearing shots coming from different directions. That could be an echo. Not quite sure if that might be true or not. Some are saying that their vantage point where people were hit, there was no way that Stephen Paddock could have hit those people. There are others that say they saw flashes from other rooms. I mean, there were so many different stories about people saying that he did not act alone. It just cast a complete shadow over this story. Even if he did not have anybody else shooting, he obviously could not have pulled something like this off on his own. They say that he had, what, 13 guns or something like that in the room. They said that he brought up 32 bags to his room in the Mandalay Bay. How do you bring up 32 bags with nobody noticing? And you're only supposedly staying for the weekend? You know, it makes no sense, especially since it was just him who checked into the room. So there's a lot of weirdness around this story. I am not a conspiracy theorist in any way. You guys who have been watching me for years know that. But when you hear something that just obviously doesn't make any sense, then it does raise an eyebrow. And this is one of those times. His family do not know what the hell is going on. You know, as far as they were concerned, he was a quiet, retired high roller who was living in a senior community, millionaire. Okay, said that he won a lot of money investing and also, you know, from gambling. Not quite sure if he was that close with his family, but as far as his brother is concerned, you know, nobody in the family can understand where this came from. They're also talking about the girlfriend who 2 weeks before the shooting, he had sent off to the Philippines, and she thought that he was breaking up with her. He sent her there, and then he sent her $100,000, and he told her to buy a house for her and her family out there. She's saying that this is nothing that she would have expected from him. Never saw anything around the house. He did have a couple of homes, but she never suspected anything like this. Now that all this has happened, you know, they have called her back to the United States so they can question her, and she said that she will cooperate fully with the investigation. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, I don't know if he could pull something like this off on his own. And it all, you know, whenever there's a story that just makes absolutely no sense, I always think about our girl Annalise Keating, of all people, you guys. Yes, Annalise from How to Get Away with Murder. Okay, I remember in the second season when she said that the murder scene does not have to make sense. It just has to be enough confusion where nobody can figure it out. And this is one of those times. Every time you hear something else about this story, it makes less and less sense, but there's no way to really connect the dots. And if there is some massive cover-up, I don't think we will ever be able to connect those dots, because we are just viewers in this whole entire chess game of life, right? So I don't know. Of course, the shooting will bring up the issue of gun control, and my feeling is, if they let all them kids die in Sandy Hook and didn't make any changes to the gun control laws, then nothing will change it. Yes, it's a tragedy that 59 people were killed and 200, you know, over 200 people were injured, but you know, the gun community is just like, well, that's just kind of, you know, they just figure that they will have to sacrifice something every now and then, but for the bigger cause, they are still going to very much want their guns when they have them. I will never understand why you would need to have guns like this that can kill so many people in so little of a time. I was even watching on CNN last night, and there was somebody on there talking about how even in the military, they have control on those guns so that you just don't be spraying and killing everybody all at once. Okay, that after a certain length of time, the guns will stop because when adrenaline is going and you're already scared and you're upset and everything, you know, you might have a tendency to kill a whole bunch of people that you probably wouldn't need to kill. So the fact that he was able to just have access to these guns, I know he was a millionaire and everything, but still, it just makes absolutely no sense. My hearts do go out to everybody out there. Every single week something is happening, and it just brings you so down. All this week I've been down. The news, you know, this whole issue with gun control, and you know, now knowing that this is just another confirmation that you really are not safe anywhere that you go, and that really you just need to pray and hope that you can make it back to home, you know, safe and sound in one piece. It's terrible. It is terrible. And that Las Vegas scene just kind of makes me feel like there may be more to come eventually. They tried to say that it was ISIS. Nobody was buying that, so they pulled that back. And yeah, like I said, if they don't want us to know the answers, we will never know. They will cover it and cover it and cover it on CNN until something else happens, and then we'll just move on from there as well. But in the meantime, we'll keep our eye on the story and see if we hear anything else about it. I'm sure we will continue to hear many things about it as they try to piece together this Stephen Paddock's life and figure out what his motives were. But in the meantime, I just want to say prayers up for everybody that was affected out there, the victims, those who lost their lives, people who know people that were there, families, friends, everybody. Keep your head up, Las Vegas. I have so many great memories of Vegas. Been there thousands of times, I feel like, and I never thought it would happen there, but it has. Okay, so like I said, keep your head up, Las Vegas. We're praying for all of you. Next up, let's talk about the idiot that is Donald Trump and his bout with Puerto Rico. Now, this is what, the 6th week that I have been talking about the hurricanes. This time we're talking about Puerto Rico and the devastation that has gone on down there in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, and how our government, and more specifically your president, has not really jumped to help these people down there. Now, we saw that the mayor of San Juan was on the news and basically begging to anybody out here in the United States government to come help them, that they are dying out there, and that she felt like the help that the United States have made to even other nations is not as swift as what it should be happening to their own citizens. So she was asking for help. Instead of Donald Trump feeling like, well, you know what, she's right, let me hurry up and get down there. Oh no, that's not what he does. First he lashes out at her and says that, you know, the Puerto Ricans are lazy and that they want everybody to do everything for them, and that it has to be a collaborative effort between both sides. Ridiculous. How do you expect these people to do something when they have nothing? That's why they are asking for your fucking help. Not only that did he say that, you guys, but he still did not rush down to Puerto Rico. Oh no, instead he went golfing. Okay, but he did dedicate his golfing trophy on Sunday to the Puerto Ricans. Said that he just wanted to remember them. And then finally, he moseyed on down to Puerto Rico on Tuesday and didn't go out to the ravaged areas. No, instead he decided to hold a press conference where he then compared the deaths that has happened in Puerto Rico. How many was it? 16? Well, yeah, you guys have 16, and that's terrible and everything, but that's nothing compared to Katrina. And you guys are blowing our budget out of whack, but that's okay. We're going to get it together, but you are fucking up everything over as far as the budget is concerned. And yeah, I know you guys don't feel too good about everything right now, but you know, it's a whole bunch of people here, and everybody is going to be helping the beautiful folks. And I thank you guys all for having me here and being so beautiful and warm-hearted, and you know, nothing like the mayor who was forced by the Democrats to talk down on me and then report it to the fake news, and then the fake news put it out for the American people to hear. I don't understand that he is such a fucking idiot. He is an idiot. He is so fucking stupid. He is retarded. He is crazy. He is an ass. He's a jerk. He is the devil. You guys, he is the spawn of Satan. He has absolutely no fucking sense in his body. How do you get up here and say this to these people? Nobody wants to have a fucking press conference when there's folks dying all around. And let's talk about the word dying, shall we? I knew I was getting old when on Baller Alert they had posted a video of a reporter talking to the mayor and saying how this reporter said that they didn't see anybody dying. Well, that reporter was Geraldo Rivera. And I was just like, they got to be having kids that's running Baller Alert over there. Or either they kids or I'm fucking old. Because don't you know that that's Geraldo, not a reporter? Anyway, I was so fucking frustrated with his stupid ass to get up there and talk to this mayor about, I went around and I didn't see anybody dying. Okay, maybe you could explain what you meant by that. And she was just like, well, listen, fool. If you ain't ate in 9 days and you ain't had no fucking water in 9 days and you're dehydrated and your body is reacting from that and begins to shut down, what the fuck do you think that is? That's dying. We're not dead, but if this continues on, we will be dead. That's called dying. It's continuum. It doesn't happen right away. I know you're smart enough to understand that. So I just was so frustrated when I saw that stupid ass Geraldo Rivera. I was just like, he is totally sold. How are you up here talking to these people? Isn't he Puerto Rican? I was just like, I cannot. But getting back to your president, after he did his press conference, now these people out there, they need supplies, they need help and everything. Well, Donald Trump decided to chuck out paper towel rolls to anybody in the audience, much like he was a cheerleader at the fucking NBA games, chucking t-shirts to the awaiting audience. I ain't never seen nothing so fucking ridiculous in my life, you guys. I am so embarrassed. My heart is so broken for these people out there. He has absolutely no type of respect for these people. Who does these things? And why does he not understand that that's not okay? I have never seen anything like this in my entire fucking life. And I have really given this way too much energy already. You guys know how I feel about Donald Trump. And I'm so sick of talking about him. And if it wasn't because attention needs to be brought to how they're treating these people out there, I wouldn't even talk about his stupid motherfucking ass. I can't stand him. Oh, I can't stand him. Michael Shea calling him a cracker on Saturday Night Live was probably the highlight of the week last week. Because you're on this huge ass show and you're a black person, and for somebody to have that much disrespect for the sitting president and call him a cracker on national television, yes, made my day. Let me get off of your president, because child, I can't with him no more. Alright, you guys, so a while ago, Tina Campbell from the hit gospel group MaryMary told us that she voted for Donald Trump. Okay, this was nothing new. We dealt with this a few months ago. Everybody gave her the business and everybody was upset with her, and you know, she said that that's what she decided to do, and you know, she prayed on it, and that's who, you know, she was led to vote for, and we got past it. So the question now is, why would you talk about it again when you was already run through the ringer last time with this whole Donald Trump thing? Well, because she has a TV show to promote. Okay, they say that season 5 of MaryMary's reality show is their closing season, and of course they're on a press tour, talking to different junkets to get the news out that this is the last season they want people to watch, you know, like they do every year. This year in particular, she was talking to The Root, talking about, you know, the infidelity with her husband and the reality show, and yes, Trump did come up. I'm just going to read to you guys exactly what she said. I was faced with 2 presidential candidates that I really did not approve of, and so I had to find something, a commonality with one of them, and that would make me feel like if I have to vote, I should utilize my right to vote. Since I don't prefer either of them, what can I find that would make me vote? And some of Donald Trump's views on Christianity, honestly, is what caused me to vote for him. Now, after she said that to The Root and they published it, Baller Alert posted a story that said Trump's Christianity caused her to vote for him. Now, that is not exactly what Tina Campbell said, but it was close enough. Okay, they did put a slight a very slight twist on the words that kind of would make people get a little bit more upset and read the article. You know, blogs do that a lot. Sometimes they might twist even one word, will make it just change a little bit. For the most part, though, that is what the girl said. Okay, his views on Christianity. Well, I can't get the words together, you guys. That's what they said. They said she said that, and of course everybody was ripping Tina a new one. The next morning, Erica Campbell gets on her Instagram and posts that that is not what she said at all, baller alert, and that you guys need to read her letter that she wrote originally. But I went back immediately because somebody tagged me and asked me what did I think, and I went and found the article and I read what she said, and I said, oh yeah, that is pretty much what she said. His views on Christianity, not his Christianity, okay? But the whole thing is, I am more confused on where exactly do you see any Christian-like values, even values, in Donald Trump? It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. But listen, I'm not saying that people need to be agreeing with me. If you like Donald Trump, then whatever, okay? Something is fucking wrong with you, but that's just my opinion. What I don't understand is why does Tina Trump, why does Tina Campbell continue to talk about things that she knows that you are not in the majority? It's fine if you have a view on something that is not the majority view, okay? When I have shit that I think and I know a whole bunch of other people are not going to agree with me, you know what? I don't even bring it up. I don't even talk about it. You know why? Because I don't feel like fucking arguing with everybody. Something like this, I was just like, I don't understand why people, you know, when they know they're not in the majority, why do you keep on talking about this shit? Something's fucking wrong with Tina. All right? And not because just this Trump thing, but you know, the shit that's gone on in that show, that girl ain't never really had really good sense. Something is wrong with her. Getting back to Erica, when Erica posted that's not what she said, and then everybody was just like, that is what she said. Okay, finally Erica had to take it down. I was like, Erica, girl, I know you love your sister and everything, but you know what? Let her flap in the wind on this one, because it's what she said and everybody is reacting to it, and you guys just gonna have to write it out. Okay. Whew, that Tina, she is special. You guys know how much I hate fucking talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta when the fucking show is not even on yet. And it's just a whole bunch of innuendo and a whole bunch of planet stories and a whole bunch of just shit out there in the blogs. And you guys just get so fucking excited and can't wait for the fucking show and want to be speculating on everything. And I'm just like, don't you guys know this is fucking 10 seasons now of Real Housewives of Atlanta? This happens every year. And every year you guys act like you just can't believe what they saying, and then the fights and all of this. I wish you guys would calm the fuck down about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, but whatever. Let's talk about this trip to Spain. How Kenya didn't get to go. Now people are saying that Kenya was fired, or that Kenya's quitting, or that they trying to phase Kenya out because Kenya won't bring her husband on the show. I don't watch any of the other Real Housewife franchise shows. However, people have told me that there are other shows that don't have the husbands on there. So why this year it's got to be such a big deal with Kenya? So I don't know what to believe of that story. I think Tamra, what's her name? Tamra Tattles or something like that. She says that there's all this tension on the show between the producers and Kenya because she snuck off and got married, and they didn't, you know, she didn't allow them to even record the wedding or any of that. So that's what the smoke in the air is about. Not quite sure if it's true or not. Whatever. But whatever, for whatever reason, Kenya did not go on the trip. They say that she was planning on going up until the day they were leaving, and then she was told that she wasn't going. Make of that whatever you will. Okay, they said that Kim didn't go because Kim is not really on the show. She's sort of back, kinda, but not, you know, don't have a peach or anything. Kim says that she was given a choice and she decided not to go because she needed to do, you know, press for her own show, Don't Be Tardy. Okay, she said that she has choices. Whatever, Kim. But with that being said, the rest of the girls, including Eva Marcel, who is one of the friends of the housewife, she doesn't have a peach, but she is one of the friends and on the show, they all headed out to Spain. Even Marlo. And Marlo hasn't been on a trip with them. not an out of the country trip, a big trip like this, since she went with them to Africa, right? I don't think she went any other times. I know she's been on trips with them, but not out of the country, not their huge trip that they usually do. So anyway, they all headed out to Spain. And I only follow Cynthia and Candy on Instagram. I can't deal with any of the other. Oh, and Portia. No, I stopped following Portia. So just, you know, I think I follow Portia too. Anyway, Candy was really the only one that was posting on Instagram. And from the videos that we saw that she was posting, looked like they were all having a good time. Okay, we saw Nene dancing. You could tell that they were drinking and having a good time. Even Shamia was there. Okay, in one of the videos in particular, I remember seeing Nene, Shamia, and Portia, of all people, dancing, twerking, going back to Nene's old stripper moves, okay, old lady stripper moves, because you cut, child, we didn't twerk back then, so you know, we used to just wind it. So that's all Nene want to do, is you just want to wind. I said, girl, you got to get with the new strippers. But anyway, the video of them dancing, and for us to see Portia there, and they're all having a good time, everybody laughing, nobody fighting and all of that, I was just like, oh, this is interesting. Candy wasn't really too much acknowledging Portia, but she obviously was there, and Candy was getting her on video. So now we're looking and seeing that there's no conflict between the girls, and they are all having a really good time. Candy even said that somebody was calling her, probably from the show, and telling her that she needed to get off of the Instagram, okay, to take that shit down. All right, so then she got off. Okay, guys, I gotta go. But when I saw that, I was like, well, this is interesting, because they was trying to make it seem like all this shit was going on with Portia fighting with everybody, but we see them all having a good time dancing. All right, not even 2 days later, we hear that Portia got into a fight with Marlo, and that Portia got sent home from the trip. Now listen, I just told y'all that I'm not no conspiracy theorist or anything, but you guys don't see anything strange about that? Like, they don't want you to think that everybody is just friends and getting along, so all of a sudden there's a fight between Portia and Marlo, of all people. What is Portia and Marlo even fighting about? Y'all don't get the little feeling that maybe they made this fight happen just so that there can be some conflict created again, so we don't think that everybody is getting along on this fucking trip to Spain? I was just like, okay, well, they say that they sent Portia home, and now everybody's all upset, like, oh, that Portia need to be kicked off the show, and that Portia this, and that Portia that. It's the same shit every year, you guys. It is the same shit. You guys are gonna stop falling for it, okay? At least wait for the show to air for us to really see what happened. But for y'all to be getting so fucking excited, and it's the beginning of October, we still got a whole month left. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. Let me move on. Supposedly Nene is going to be the host for Escape's Great Escape Tour with Escape, Tamar Braxton, and Monica. What do you guys think about that? I think that that is very interesting, considering a lot of Candy's fans do not like Nene. They ain't quite got their minds wrapped around the fact that Nene and Candy are friends again. So we gonna see if the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta will help out that relationship so that the sales for this damn tour will do well, because I'm just like, well, I'm wondering if a lot of people that was gonna go to that tour, you know, if they know that they got to be dealing with Nene a lot. I mean, I love Nene, but I know Nene a lot of people don't like Nene. And like I said, Candy's fans, like, I don't know if they would be willing to pay their money to sit up there and watch her. So I don't know, but you guys tell me what you think about it. Would that deter you from going to see them, or, you know, does your, you know, loyalty to the group outweigh having to sit up there and watching Nene's ass up there on the stage? Y'all let me know. All right, you guys. Listen, this is the 3rd year of the Slut Walk, okay? And every year, you gotta hand it to Amber. It gets bigger and bigger. All right, this is probably the biggest year that she's had thus far. And even if you love or hate the idea of the Slut Walk, Amber has a lot to be proud of. She has turned something very small into this huge passion of hers. Not small in not small in measure, not meaning that, you know, the issues that she is fighting is small, but I'm just saying that the whole idea of this slut walk, the event itself, was small, and then it grew into what it has become now. I got to get that clear, because you guys be like, Roxanne, are you saying that? Bitch, no, I'm not saying that. Shit. She's grown into something big. She's very passionate about slut shaming and changing rape culture and, you know, fighting for women's rights and things like that. So, you know what? Congratulations to Amber. She has done it again. This year, a little bit of the slut walk was actually overshadowed by the attendance of her boyfriend, 21 Savage. Let me try to get this. Listen, I'm gonna be serious, y'all. And this is where the problem lies for me. Like, if you have, I understand that you want to have fun, and you want to be sexy, and you want all these things, but when you have an issue like this, you really want people to take you seriously. Okay, so for Amber Rose to show up, she looked great. She looked great, okay? But for her to show up in like a costume with a cape that says Captain Save-A-Ho, to me, that just kind of lessened it a little bit. It made people not take it as seriously. And then for 21 Savage to come, and even though it looked like he was kind of matching her with his little Harlem Globetrotter little outfit, you know, real medium like. He is such a small, frail man. You know, when you see Amber next to him, she just looks so juicy and jubilous. She love her somebody skinny and little, child. But anyway, for him to show up next to her and, oh God, you know, all the pictures look like he looking like he don't know what the fuck he doing there. He wasn't quite sure that it was going to be exactly like this, that he was going to have a talk with his boys about the decisions that he's made to come out to this damn thing. He just looked like he was dazed the entire time. I'm thinking to myself, like, if you happen to be there, you supporting your girl, like, look alive. Okay, get it together. Okay, everything, he just like, and I know that's his look, but still, nigga, I'm gonna need you to wake the fuck up a little bit. You know, he holding up signs that say, I'm a hoe too. And I just said, oh, God. Something that is serious like this, we shouldn't be, it just, I don't know why it just took the attention away from what they was really trying to say. Just looking at the two of them, I mean, he just looked miserable as fuck. And all of the pictures I was just like, oh Lord, you know. Amber was so happy, you know, thank you, baby, for coming out and supporting. I was just like, ooh-wee. The next day, I guess after people was teasing him a lot, you know, Amber comes out and was just like, what the fuck do you want him to be? I mean, how is he not a savage anymore, you know? And you guys want him to beat me? You want him to shoot up the slut walk? I mean, like, what the fuck do you guys want? I want you guys to not show up in costume. I want, you know, you are a beautiful woman and you could have looked so sexy and put together and not it just... To me, it just changed the whole scope. And, you know, even though we was teasing 21 Savage, that's cool that he did that. It's cool that he was there for his woman, okay, completely trying to support her and, you know, not really having much regard for his image, okay. I don't know much about 21 Savage. He don't look like a savage to me, but, you know, people say that he is, so... Okay, but you know, you gotta have a sense of humor to laugh at I mean, when you look at those pictures, he looked miserable. I was like, boy, did you get your nuts back the next day? Oh shit. But you know what, they'll be fine. They'll be fine, okay? Some things you just gotta do for your boy or your girl, okay? And just to show that you love them and that you want to be there for them and everything. And that is what 21 Savage did for Amber. So it's all good. Had to laugh about it though. And then lastly, in quickies, you guys, there's not going to be Sex and the City 3. Sarah Jessica Parker has said that they cannot get Kim Cattrall to sign on for the third installment. She said they had a funny, heartbreaking story and that they were all set to put it out for all of the fans and that Kim would not agree, would not sign on the dotted line, so they have decided to just can it and forget about it. Kim came out and said, I ain't talked to Sarah since the last movie. All right. She don't call me. She don't have any concern for my life. All right. She don't want to know what's going on with me. All of a sudden I get a call from my manager talking about they've been contacted about this third installment movie. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I already told them before that I'm not doing that shit. So for them now to come back out and say they want to do it again, and I got to say I'm not doing it again, like, what part of no don't you understand? Something tells me that Kim and Sarah, they don't like each other. And you guys remember that big problem that they had with the last movie with the money. I guess Sarah made somewhere around $25 million. Kim only got $2 million. And yes, it is Sarah's show, so Sarah would make more. She is the creator of the show, or executive producer or something like that. So I understand why Sarah would get more, but look, I guess Kim just said they can't make the movie without her. There's no way it would work because Kim is the sex part of the damn show. So Kim was just like, I'm not doing it, and that is the end of that. Sarah put that out because she wanted Kim to look like the bad person, obviously. I don't know. What do you guys think about Sarah Jessica Parker? Okay, she kind of does strike you. I could see where Sarah might be a bit of a bitch. Okay, she is very much a you know, on Broadway, you know, just that whole New York elite that I see Sarah being a part of. And, you know, something tells me that it just doesn't rub Kim the right way. You don't even hear about the other two girls. It's always Kim and Sarah. So, yeah, it ain't happening. Kim said, fuck you and your movie. They say that Toni Braxton and Birdman went off and got eloped, and I guess that's because Tamar Braxton has been going around saying little things like that here and there, most recently on Wendy Williams. Do I believe it? No. I don't think that they have snuck off and got married, but child, I guess we'll see. The NBA is reformatting the All-Star games, the lineup of the teams, and that's because the East sucks. And the West always beat that ass every year, and everybody is tired of seeing the East get their ass beat by the West. So now they're going to choose 2 team captains, and each team captain will be able to choose their teams. Okay, much like how back in the day when we was in elementary school and they used to pick the team for dodgeball or for kickball. Okay, it's gonna be interesting to see the damn NBA players lined up, and you know, the last 2 or 3 that you know, them the sorry ones. They was like, I guess I'll take you. Come on, that'll be cool, I guess. Maybe make it more competitive, because the All-Star games, with all the fanfare and all the shit that goes on before it, the game itself is actually very boring. So maybe this will add some pizzazz to the whole All-Star movement. And then lastly, you guys, your boy Christopher Williams was arrested. They say that he was at Kohl's in McDonough, and he showed up with a baseball hat and some sunglasses on, had a tote bag, okay? Went to the back of the store, had these JBL headphones, $99. He went on and put it in his tote, okay? I guess he didn't walk around, you know, went to the men's section, you know, fooled with the rounders a little bit, picked up shit, looked like he wanted to get it and put it back down, you know, looked real inconspicuous. And then when he tried to walk his ass out the door, the security was just like, excuse me, Mr. Williams. Yeah, come on back in, baby. Alright, they arrested his ass, okay, for petty theft. $99 JBL headphones, okay. I mean, $99 is not cheap, but still, it's just like, you doing all this. What is going on with Mr. Christopher Williams, y'all? Y'all saw his mugshot? Oh, he looked like he owns something. I hope he ain't on something, no, you guys. Anyway, Chris said it was just a misunderstanding that he had forgot he put it in his bag. You weren't supposed to put it in your bag at all before you... Why are you putting shit in your bag, Chris? We don't put shit in our own personal tote when we supposed to be buying it. We hold it in our hands. So, you know, Chris full of shit. But I hope Chris all right. You guys, somebody check on him. Make sure he ain't on that stuff. All right, you guys, we do this every single week. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.